Yes, 1 minute to the top of the hour. But you know what? Time to bring you, or rather place you ahead of the curve. Matters News, not only news, but the latest news. Our sleeves have been rolled for the better part of the day. Time to bring you up to speed. But first, let us have the highlights. The government calls for crucial discussions with doctors to reach an agreement to end the nationwide doctor strike.
We agreed shall proceed to the whole of nation approach discussion. Most of the issues that had been raised by the doctors, we have agreed together with the union that we take them there because they are cross-cutting matters.
Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki has issued directives for the arrest of disruptors during presidential events amidst internal conflicts within the ruling United Democratic Alliance, UDA.
We are asking political leaders to conduct their politics within the law, and they must maintain the peace in their political meetings. No person is allowed to disrupt public meetings, to use guns, to mete out violence and harass members of the public.
Students from the University of Kabianga have undergone training on career development with a focus on highlighting the impact of social network in society.
It has been a fruitful day where we've been mentored, we've been shown light, and the most powerful thing that we from today have decided that we can have a hybrid of skills.
Once again, good afternoon. A warm welcome to our afternoon news bulletin. My name is Moige William. Welcome on board. Let us keep you informed with the latest in the world of news. Starting off, Interior and National Administration Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki has ordered security agencies in Kericho County to arrest the organizers and financiers of heckling that was witnessed during President William Ruto's public event in Belgut, Kericho County. Kindiki ordered the police to conclude investigations and apprehend the perpetrators of hooliganism in the county, regardless of their political or social standing.
We have noticed with concern an increasing tendency of intolerance among political leaders, and we are asking political leaders to conduct their politics within the law, and they must maintain the peace in their political meetings. No person is allowed to disrupt public meetings, to use guns, to mete out violence and harass members of the public. I have left very firm and clear directives on the Trans Nzoia County Security Committee to be firm, ruthless, and merciless on all people who sponsor, finance, encourage, support, aid, and abet goons and political thugs who go to disrupt meetings organized by people of a different viewpoint. And it doesn't matter whether the organizers and sponsors are pro or anti-government. We will crush them equally, and nobody is above the law. I repeat, for the avoidance of doubt, nobody is above the law. And this hooliganism and disruption has taken a life of itself, not just here in Trans Nzoia. You saw last week the kind of activities that were taking place in presidential meetings in Kericho and Bomet. We made it clear that that will not be countenanced. So we are not, as we are not part of the political discussions, our work is to secure the nation and make sure that everybody follows the law, and people who transact their political businesses, economic businesses, do so peacefully.
All right, and from that notice by CS Kindiki to another developing story. The government early today called for crucial discussions with doctors to reach an agreement to end the nationwide doctor strike. Today's meeting, organized by Health Minister Susan Nakumicha, is expected to find a lasting solution to end the doctor strike. The doctors had earlier on said they would attend the meeting, but with some conditions which have to be met.
What we have done in our discussion this morning is to highlight the matters that then we agreed shall proceed to the whole of nation approach discussion. Most of the issues that had been raised by the doctors, we have agreed together with the union that we take them there because they are cross-cutting matters. There are matters that are to do with the Ministry of Education, matters that are to do with the Council of Governors, matters that are to do with public service, matters that are to do with SRC, Treasury, Head of Public Service. So we are happy that those matters are going to be taken there for discussion. We also took note of the ongoing conciliation meetings that are in progress, and as a ministry, together with the union, we agreed to participate fully to give the conciliation the information that they need so that then matters can be progressed. And we know one of the issues was on the CBA, and we agreed that it be progressed with the conciliation.
All right. Could you be a content creator by any chance? Here's some good news. President William Ruto has stated that online content creators in the country will now be able to profit from their content on Facebook and Instagram starting from June this year, 2024. Speaking today, Ruto, who met with a number of content creators along with officials from the company that owns Facebook and Instagram, that is Meta, said he had received a commitment from the officials of the social platform.
That by June, all our creators will now have an opportunity to really monetize everything that they do in that space, put ads, make sure they can access Instagram, commerce around it, and it speaks to our bottom-up economic transformation agenda on making sure that we give everybody a chance right from the bottom. And I am very happy that this is moving in the right direction. I want to encourage Meta Group. If we can do it before June, somewhere in the middle here, it would be a very welcome surprise to many of these.
So whether it's human capital and digital literacy and digital training, we will continue to lean into that. Whether it is facing these major infrastructure challenges around the world, or whether it is sharing the fruits of the immense creative and productive benefits that will be brought about by this generative AI revolution that we're going through at the moment.
We've poured our hearts and soul into creating content with hopes that one day we will achieve and increase financial rewards. This is a day that our passions will translate into sustainable income. Furthermore, the creative industry has employed a lot of youths. Enabling this industry has a lot of benefits and contributes positively to the GDP also, because we create content that is consumed both locally and internationally.
Right, that is some positive progress for content creators. Elsewhere, the National Assembly Transport Committee has assured the public that the tarmacking of major roads that have stalled in the country will resume soon once the pending bills owed to the contractors are verified and paid. Committee Chair George Kariuki said that the pending bills have accrued since the last regime, adding that the Kenya Kwanza administration is doing its best to clear the bills to have the tarmacking of the roads resume.
Ile shida tuko nayo pale kwa serikali mnajua ni gani? Tulikuta pesa mingi, juzi nilikuwa pale Kiririmbi, Kimuri asubuhi. Na tukaongea mambo ya pending bills kwa sababu kuna pesa mingi sana, contractors hawajalipwa, na hii sio challenge ya president aliweka, alikuta kukiwa na hiyo shida. Pending bills tukilipa hapa Mwea, mimi nikiwa chairman wenu wa barabara, nitahakikisha Mwea tumeipatia affirmative action ndio tuweze kusonga mbele na watu wa Mwea wafurahie kazi ya serikali ya William Ruto. Tuko na hizi barabara za hapa town, tutashirikiana tukiweka budget hii tunaweka ya next financial year, tuweke kilomita kadhaa hapa town ndio msiweze kufanyia biashara kwa matope.
In other news, residents of Starehe, Ofafa, Ziwani, Uti villages in Thika Town constituency have protested the proposed move to demolish their houses to facilitate the affordable housing project. The residents under the umbrella of Jammu Faster Welfare Association expressed sharp opposition to the plan, saying national and local government leadership had not involved them in the plans. Speaking during a consultative meeting at community grounds within Starehe Estate, the residents took issue with the Governor Kimani Wamatangi-led administration for sealing off Bustani grounds with iron sheets where affordable housing units are set to be constructed.
Kwa hivi ingia hapa kama mimi msichana, na sasa unaona bila mimi niko bila watu wanaongea, watu watujua wafanywe nini. Saa hiyo mimi mwenyewe nitaenda wapi? Na watoto yangu ile nilisaa hapa Thika imekufa yote, na baki na wajukuu. Taenda wapi? Nitaenda wapi? Mimi unauliza hiyo serikali, nitaenda wapi?
Tuko na mashamba mara pili ya national government na national ya county government. That is why I'm requesting chairman, please, sichapinga tustoe pesa tutatoa, but before uende kotini, nataka utuitie governor within 3 days.
Tumulazimishe akuje public participation hapa na watu wa Ufafa, Starehe na TODC na zile states zingine. Na akikataa sisi wenyewe tunaweza enda Kiambu.
In other news, a memorandum of understanding on the mutual acceptance of certificates of competency is expected to be signed by the governments of South Korea and Kenya, providing Kenya with the opportunity to seek employment on Korean ships employing 1,000 officers and ratings per year. Speaking here in Nairobi, Principal Secretary for Shipping and Maritime Affairs, Geoffrey Kaituko, said a delegation of government officers visited South Korea a few days ago and agreed to increase Kenya's maritime training institutes to enable it meet that particular demand. The highlight of the visit was the signing of an MOU between the Korea Institute of Maritime and Fisheries Technology and the Bandari Maritime Academy. The PS urged Kenya youth to embrace the maritime sector and take advantage of the various maritime opportunities available in Kenya and also globally.
The agent will be the Kenyan Maritime Liaison Officer and will work closely with the Korean government to handle any issues arising on board ships. As you all know, we have our own Maritime Labour Convention of 2006, which Kenya is a signatory and which is being implemented by the International Labour Organization together with the International Maritime Organization, and locally here by the Ministry of Labour and Social Protection with ourselves. And the whole purpose is to secure and protect our seafarers when they are on board foreign vessels. And so this gap was identified, and therefore we have agreed that we will as soon as possible have a manning agent here locally who will be able to handle issues of recruitment and welfare of Kenyan seafarers. We as a country must invest in this, and we have to support the education of our seafarers. Last year we entered into an arrangement with the Higher Education Loans Board, where part of the money that we receive from merchant shipping is given to Higher Education Loans Board, and the Loans Board therefore uses that funding to support the scholarships and bursaries of students who are pursuing maritime courses in this country.
All right, from Matters Partnership, let us take a look to Matters Empowerment. Students from University of Kabianga have received training on career building as their trainers emphasize the effects of social networks in the society. More than 500 students of Kabianga University attended the forum where they were talked to about career counseling. The session was organized by the Organization of Certified Accountants and Public Accountants of Kenya, that is ISPAC. Hesbon Omolo, a member of the organization, said the session is set to convert regular students into graduates.
So today we are here in South Rift to be able to meet students of Kabianga University on a mentorship session. We've had an engaging afternoon, just sharing and inspiring them on their careers. Know that the world has changed, and social media is with us.
About the social media is how can we use it in a positive manner, because if we don't take care of how we use it, it can affect maybe in terms of mental health and also depression, because maybe there is a way you see other people are living and want to emulate, but if you use social media in a good way to leverage, then it's going to take you far.
This has been a fruitful day where we've been mentored, we've been shown light, and the most powerful thing that we from today have decided that we can have a hybrid of skills. It's not necessary.
All right, as Geoffrey has pointed out, quite a fruitful day for the students of Kabianga. Let us shift gears to matters agriculture. Farmers from Kirinyaga, Murang'a, and Nyeri counties who have camped at the National Cereals and Produce Board in Sagana, Kirinyaga County, to obtain fertilizer for the upcoming planting season. The farmers who have camped for 4 days now are urging the Ministry of Agriculture to expedite the availability of subsidized fertilizer, claiming that despite assurances from the government that the product has been distributed nationwide, they have not been able to obtain it. The farmers now demand that subsidized fertilizer be distributed to them in a timely manner before the onset of heavy rains.
Nimetoka Mkoroaine, nimekunja sulikia mpango wa fertilizer kwenda kupanda kwa sababu niko na message ya subsidy ya fertilizer. Na hiyo fertilizer sijui kama ni vipi nitafanya, kwa sababu hivi nitaondoka bila kupata hiyo fertilizer. Na ni message ya fertilizer gunia mifuko miwili. Na si kuipata.
Ni tumekaa hapa kutoka Wednesday, hakuna fertilizer ile tunaambiwa ni top. Na top ikikuja hatupatiwe top. Tunashindwa kama ni nini inaendelea. Kuna Kiswahili, baadaye tuambiwa ukweli, tunaficha fichwa ni kama kuna Kiswahili fulani. Sasa tunauliza hii message ya kupanda ya planting si tumiwa na top. Baadaye kuchidanga hapa saa zote tukikuja hapa. Kwa hivyo president na deputy yake washughulike hii. Na huyu mesa wa agriculture ajue wanaishi wanaumia, kwa maana mvua inaendelea, iko karibu kunyesha na mambo itaharibika.
Tunashinda hapa kwa sababu mimi tangu nitumia message ya fertilizer niko na siku 3 na kuja hapa kuanzia saa 11 nikifikiwa naambiwa fertilizer hakuna. Kwa hivyo tungeteka serikali ituangalie sana.
Na nimekuja hapa mara 3 kutoka Thursday, Friday na Monday na sijapata mbolea hata kidogo. Tumekuja tunaambiwa imeisha. Leo kumepatiwa watu 50 tukaambiwa imeisha. Sasa tutasaidika siku gani?
All right, quite a plea from the people of Kirinyaga who have camped for 4 days in seeking subsidized fertilizer, whereby the country, or rather the Ministry of Agriculture, has been telling farmers that already they have distributed these particular subsidized fertilizer in all the 47 counties within the country. Thus, that is a situation from Kirinyaga County, despite the promise, or rather the telling of the government that there is subsidized fertilizer. Farmers in Kirinyaga said that this particular product is not available as told by government. So this is a story that we'll be keeping tabs on to see if this fertilizer will be available in different places, or other warehouses that are being